Good afternoon and welcome to a walk and talk with me in the woods of Mount Tabor on this glorious Wednesday afternoon. And it's just so beautiful out here that I thought, well, let's talk a little bit about why I don't like Jethro Tull. That's the band, Jethro Tull. Now, I grew up in the 70s, and so tons of my friends that like the same stuff as I do really like Jethro Tull. But to me, you add flute to rock and roll and they just don't blend. There's no way that you can look hard and cool playing a flute. It's just one of those instruments. There's a place for it, you know, an orchestra with strings maybe. Flutes are definitely really cool in that aspect, but add it to a rock and roll band and, well, the only way that you can end up looking cool is if you dress like an elf or a gnome. And that's kind of what our friend Ian of Jethro Tull like to do, and that kind of just turned me off right away. And so I grew up not being a terrifically huge fan of Jethro Tull, even though I grew up in the 70s, and many of my friends who like the very same stuff I do, like, totally love Jethro Tull, but not me. But here's the underlying reason why, and it's to be noted. I was traumatized as a child by Jethro Tull. I still have my Aunt Hazel. Sometime in my childhood, she married a man that I've hence forgotten his name because she got divorced from him and he left our lives pretty quickly. Here comes somebody on the path, and so we're gonna pause for a second. Hi. And they had a little apartment that wasn't too far from our home. So on numerous occasions, me and my sister Sherry, when we were, grade school age, were to stay with this man in his apartment. So he was kind of our babysitter quite often. And what was to be noted in this apartment was that there was very little furniture. But what he was really consumed with was painting the cover of Aqualung prominently in his living room on a full-size wall. And this was a long project that took, I don't know if he ever got it done, but for at least a year he was working on this project. And if you can remember the album cover for Aqualung, there's an old transient maybe looking guy that's kind of coming off the cover at you. Well, that was what he was painting, full size, more than full size, on his living room wall. And every time we'd come over, it'd be just a little bit more done. And he would always say, "The old man's coming for you, Kevin. The old man's coming for you, Sherry." And we would flip out, and we were terrified of that old man on that album cover. And to this day, I guarantee you, if you were to ask my sister Sherry to look at that album cover, the very first thing that would pop into her head was, "He's coming for you." And far and away, that prejudiced my whole attack towards Jethro Tull and his flute rock gnomes and elves. And to this day, any band that really gets behind their elves and dragons, it all kind of loses me. That's really just my little peace of mind about the band Aqualung, or the band Jethro Tull, and the particular album Aqualung, as I am walking through this gorgeous forest on the top of Mount Tabor, looking in the bushes for a little Ian Anderson. I know he's out here. Is he under that? Maybe behind that tree? You never know where Ian Anderson's gonna pop out and start accosting you with flute. And with that, I will leave you, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. And I'm breathing heavy as I'm marching up almost this 90-degree slope right here. I hope you guys are having a good time. Thank you, and bye-bye.